Welcome to the Sci-Fi Horror and Fantasy Show podcast. And now, here's your host, Ron Donahue.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Sci-Fi Horror and Fantasy Show podcast. I'm your humble host, Ron Donahue, and tonight I'm joined by my co-host, Mr. Mario Lazo.
Hey, good evening, y'all.
Mr. Jeff McIntosh.
Good evening, faithful viewers.
And Ms. Gigi Garcia.
Hi, everybody. How's it going?
So how's everything going, folks? How did everybody have a good week? Good week this week, hopefully? Yes? No?
That was good. I mean, weeks are a week. You know what? Right now, it's all equal to me.
It's always a good week.
It's always a good. Wow. Now that's a positive attitude. What about you, Jeff?
Well, I was in the Arctic just last week, and I defeated the Thing. So I'm feeling pretty confident tonight.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Jeff, you've been having that pretty severe. Well, we had some cool weather, Florida cool weather, not real cool, cold weather, but it was a nice change. I'm not going to lie to you. It was really nice.
I would like to see you, Ron. Have you ever heard of the Polar Bear Challenge?
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Hey,
hey, let me put a disclaimer out there. Folks, listeners, please don't be insulted. Jeff, you don't see black guys doing that, so you don't have to worry about me ever doing that.
I was going to say I detected I detected an air of I'm not doing that stupid crap.
Exactly. No, man. Come on.
Jeff, even if it be 50 degrees, the water would still be 87. So down here, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No, Mario, you have got to come up here to do the Polar Bear Challenge.
You know what?
Can't do it in Florida.
I wouldn't mind.
What is that? What challenge?
That is a thing that they do up in the northern climes where, you know how the lake or the river will freeze over. They chop a hole in it, and then they have people run and jump in the water.
Oh, hell no.
Be more specific, Jeff. They have Caucasian people that do that stuff. You're talking to a black guy and two Hispanic folks, Jeff. You're in the wrong park, buddy.
To be honest, in the videos that I have seen, I've never seen any African Americans do it.
Of course
so maybe
not.
It's just a stupid white boy thing.
You think? You think, Jeff?
Wasn't that started in Russia?
I don't know. All I know is that there is a shrinkage problem, and that's all I'm going to say.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on, folks. Screen Rant is actually reporting that there's going to be two upcoming Predator movies. One being called Predator Badlands, and they say the thing that's different about this Predator, that's different than all the other ones that we previously seen, is that one, it's supposed to be set on an alien planet in the future, and two, it's coming from do you know the name of the actual Predator? The alien species is called the Yautjas. It's actually coming from the Yautjas' point of view. And we've never seen a Predator movie, whereas in the Predator was the protagonist before. They've already signed actress Ellie Fanning. When they said Ellie Fanning, I'm like, who's Ellie Fanning? That's the young lady who played Princess Aurora in the Maleficent movies. I said, oh yeah, she did a great job. I know who she is. So they have her signed. They said that she's going to be playing multiple roles in the movie. Now, as well, there's also been a confirmation that there is going to be a Prey 2 movie, or it's been confirmed that the Prey 2 movie is going to be happening. The actress who played Naru, who was the Comanche warrior woman, the hero of the Prey movie, is in talks now to reprise her role again. So what's everybody think about this one new perspective? Well, Predator that's going to be coming from a whole new perspective from the Predator's point of view, and with the news that the Prey 2 movie is also going to be coming out. What's your take on this, Mario?
Well, on the Predator issue, to begin with, it's set in the future already. So beyond the future that we've seen already in the movies, how much future can that be? I mean, what are they trying to hit for? I'm kind of lost here.
I think it's just that, well, think about this. Two different things happened in the last Predator movies. For one, Prey, and honestly, in my opinion, I'll be honest with you, Prey was the best out of all the Predator movies that have ever come out, as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
Better than Schwarzenegger, better than Danny Glover, all those ones. It was absolutely amazing. Now, that was set 300 years ago in the past. We never saw that before. So therefore, that was a different, environment we had never seen before. So I'm thinking the same thing with this new movie they're talking about. It's going to be on an alien planet. We've never seen that before. You know what I mean? Everything has always taken place on Earth. So I guess they're just coming from, a different background, a different environment that we've never seen the Predator in before. Jeff, what are you thinking?
Well, the Predator franchise dates back to 87. They had Predator and they had the forgettable, at least in my opinion, Predator 2, then Predators, then The Predator, and then Prey. And I would agree with you that Prey probably was the second best in the franchise, because Predator was canon. They established the rules. The thing with the movies is that unlike the Alien series, you're talking about individual encounters with this alien race on different time streams. Uh-huh. So I would be interested in seeing what the Predator homeworld looks like, uh-huh. or at least get more of a sense of what their race is like, other than honor and killings.
Right.
I would like to see maybe some the ethical underpinnings of the race. I'd like to see more of their technology. I'd like to see more of what, hey, this is the kind of stuff we do, and this is why.
Right.
So I'd be interested in seeing the next two.
Right, like their culture, exactly. What do you think, Gigi?
Well, I've only seen the first Predator movie, so I'm pretty neutral about the news. That being said, Elle Fanning is a really good actress. I really, really like her. So I might check it out.
Yeah. I would tell you also, check out Prey. See if you like. I got to tell you, that movie, I get goosebumps even talking about that movie. That movie was amazing. And really, I guess what I really liked about it most was, I love movies where you have that situation where you have to fight something out of the ordinary, but you don't have, look, she didn't have submachine guns and all this kind of stuff, man. They were fighting with tomahawks and spears and, you know what I'm saying? And still ended up defeating this Predator. So that's really what it made. And the actress, Amber Mid-Thunder, she's a really good actress. I mean, I was like, wow, I was a fan from the time I saw her. But I myself also am really looking forward to. They did say that more than likely Predator Badlands will be out before Predator 2. But I'm honestly, I got to tell you, I'm excited to see both, to see what they do with it. So next, there's a rumor right now. A Hollywood scooper insider's guy's name is Jeff Schneider, is saying that Marvel is currently searching for a new actor to play T'Challa in future Marvel movies. Now, you remember Chadwick Boseman, he played T'Challa from 2016 to 2019 until his death in 2020. And when he died, Kevin Feige at the time said that they would never, replace T'Challa again. So in the last Black Panther movie, they had his sister take over, which wasn't out of the ordinary because they had done something similar like that in the comic. He didn't die in the comic. He was injured, and his sister took over Siri. But they took from the comic book and gave her the Black Panther mantle. But the guys, Jeff is also saying that they were thinking about doing it in advance of the Avengers Doomsday and the Avengers Secret Wars movies, since they said that Robert Downey Jr. is coming back as Doctor Doom. Jeff's direct quote was, "I'm told that the door is firmly open for T'Challa to be recast via the magic of the multiverse." And he said that in via the direct. I think that, well, first and foremost, I'm telling you, I see I'm not the only person that said it. I'm kind of getting tired of all this multi-universe stuff. I mean, they have beat that dead horse. They beat him to a pulp now. I mean, it's been so frequent. I'm getting kind of tired of it. If they were to bring him back, I don't really have a dog in this fight. What do you think, Gigi?
I'm conflicted. I don't really think they should recast because I really love Chadwick Boseman. Like, he was such a fantastic actor for Black Panther.
He was.
And again, following it up, but I don't really like the multiverse stuff either. Really don't. I'm getting tired of it too. So it's just, I'm still really conflicted about this news.
What do you think about this, Jeff?
Well, let's go back to TV land for just a couple of seconds here. When the Munsters came out, they had a young woman who played Marilyn, and she wasn't real happy with the role and ended up getting released from her contract and returning home, and Pat Priest took over the role of Marilyn. How many people noticed that, the change in actresses? And the answer is nobody recognized the difference between these two actresses.
That's true. That's true.
Now, if you want to shoot forward another, I don't know, 5 or 6 years, and they had a very popular sitcom some of you may have seen by the name of Bewitched.
Right.
And Dick York did a great job as Darren, but unfortunately he had a long-standing back injury that he got shooting a movie, and had severe back issues and walked off the set of Bewitched and never returned. He couldn't. And then Dick Sargent stepped into the role, and a lot of people noticed that. So, if you set the stage for, Black Panther 3, I think it does the character a disservice, and it does the actor a disservice to say, well, this is T'Challa, and he's going to be played by Don Cheadle.
Well, now, too, let me add this in, that I had also heard along with this that Chadwick Boseman's family had made the comment that he would have wanted, he really loved that role, that he would have wanted someone to reprise that role, after he passed away.
Well, if I remember the mythology of Black Panther, that it's only the king of Wakanda who can assume the mantle of the Black Panther and go through the ceremony and, get the mystical powers of the Black Panther. So why can't they just, get a new king and he can become the Black Panther? Or if they have a female line of succession, have his sister stay as Black Panther, but just to bring him back with a new face, I just think is it's not very respectful, I guess, is what I'm getting at.
Okay, so I'm gonna add one more. I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a second, and I'm gonna come to you, Mario. So then, I hear what you're saying, Jeff, but look, how many James Bonds have we had? Now,
Oh, you've had easily 4 or 5.
right. So now my whole point was behind that is every time we had a new James Bond, it was a new face. He was still playing the same character. Now, none of the actors died and they went on to another James Bond actor. But I'm just saying, really, what's the difference? I mean, I understand. Hey, look, I understand about Chadwick Boseman, and I understand out of respect they didn't want to reprise it. But at the same time, I don't know. Personally, I think I have kind of an issue with that because they did the same thing in Star Trek with the guy who played Chekhov. When that actor died, you see now in all future Star Trek movies, we don't have a Mr. Chekhov. And Mr. Chekhov was always, he wasn't a main character, but he was always in part of the Star Trek series. I'm sorry, Mario.
Right.
What do you think about recasting the Black Panther? Do you think?
That's just it.
Mm-hmm.
You can, he was a great actor. I liked him 110%.
Mm-hmm.
But if the studios want to pursue that, well, they better make the correct selection, because the person who will portray the Black Panther has to portray him well, and not deviate from the first 2 movies. You see what I'm saying?
Well, also,
I don't know if they can deviate it, or the persona that plays Black Panther, but you don't know what's in the mind of the actor,
Well, also now this was all that the guy Jeff Schneider had also made this comment as well, that they actually they didn't name the actor who it was, but they said they did go to an actor who they were considering being recast for the role, but they said the actor was like, nah, I don't, because he says I'm making my way up now in the ranks, as an actor, and those shoes are just too big to fill. Trying to follow after Chadwick Boseman, he says those shoes are too big to fill. So in essence, he turned it down. Again, for me personally, I think, especially with the family saying that they don't have a problem with it, I don't see why, especially if we're going to keep playing this same old multi-universe. They're bringing Robert Downey Jr. back. He's going to look the same. Well, he might have the mask on, but if he ever does take the Doctor Doom mask off, he's going to look just like Tony Stark. But it's not Tony Stark.
Right.
So why can't we have another T'Challa from another universe, multiverse universe, and he doesn't have to look like Chadwick Boseman. He could look like somebody else and still, be a Black Panther.
But will he fit the shoes well? See, that's my point.
I mean, as long as he's following the lines of how they want him to portray the character, then I guess he would.
I feel like my opinion changed because you mentioned that the family doesn't mind it.
Right.
So I'll stay tuned.
Yeah. I think it's a good idea. If this room, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, let me just say it again. This is just a rumor now. It's not written in stone, because sure enough, Kevin Feige did say when Chadwick Boseman did die, he did say they were never going to, recast that. But hey, times change, studio change. Yeah, we who knows? We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, next. What do you have for us tonight, Gigi?
Well, it's another rumor. So this rumor is George Miller, the director of Mad Max, is reportedly taking the helm of the Global Hulk for Marvel Studios. So what do you guys think about that? Like how he's going to be directing that, or possibly.
You said he's taking over the Hulk, Hulk movie?
World War Hulk.
Oh, a live action version.
Yes, correct.
Well, I saw the animated one.
They have an animated one?
Yeah, World War Hulk. Yes, animated movie. Yeah, it was really good. Completely, it was. I don't know if they consider that canon. Like, you all know the universe, so all these different universes have numbers. The regular continuity we've seen with all the Marvel, Captain America, Iron Man, all these movies, that's the 616 universe. I don't know that Planet Hulk was in the 616 universe. So I don't know if it's another universe that they did it or what have you. But I mean, it was an okay movie. I'm gonna tell you, we saw a little bit of that from Thor: Love and Thunder when we saw Hulk out there like a gladiator fighting and what have you. I mean, that actually they got that from World War Hulk. Yeah. So I mean, I guess it's cool. I mean, I don't know how many people are going to be lined up at a movie theater to go see a Hulk movie because it's going to be 99% CGI.
That's true. I've just been told over the years that fans have been super hyped about World War Hulk. Like whenever there was like a mention of World War Hulk in the MCU, people are like hyped over it. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
What do you think, Mario?
Well, I'm conflicted in that. I mean, because unlike you, Ron, I didn't catch the when was it put out?
Let me find out.
Because there's a big difference between graphic novels, animated, and
yeah, that's true.
And then this one has to be partially animated, or I don't know how they'd accomplish that.
What if it was a Mandela effect?
Okay. Oh, you know what? So I'm changing it. I'm sorry. I was saying the wrong thing. The movie I saw was called Planet Hulk. That's the animated one that came out in 2010. So basically, whatever the Hulk was like cutting up. So I think it was the Avengers got him, put him in a spaceship, and blasted him out in outer space or whatever. He crash lands on this planet, but it's like just like I say, like a gladiator planet where he has to actually go in the gladiator pit and was fighting for his life or whatever. Yeah. So what do you think? What are you thinking, Mario? There's your answer. It came out in 2010, but that's two different things. Okay, so I'm confusing it. That's my fault. Sorry, folks, listeners. I'm sorry. I'm confusing stuff. So there was Planet Hulk, and then there was World War Hulk. What's the difference, Gigi?
I have no idea.
Yeah. See, I don't. I gotta. I gotta. Well, I don't.
All
know.
I know is there's rumors that a World War Hulk movie is gonna come out, but I think there's some elements. I think they coincide with each other. World War Hulk, and then Planet Hulk.
Okay, Jeff. While I'm searching on this get us a synopsis of what it's about. What do you think about them doing a live action World War Hulk movie?
I'd be interested to see it. The Hulk is one of my favorite characters. I'd even like to see him go up against Wolverine. And before anybody says anything, yes, I know there was an animated Hulk versus Wolverine movie, like about a decade ago, so nobody can write in and say, well, Jeff, that actually did happen. Yes, I know it actually did happen. I mean, they did. I caught a movie on one of the streaming platforms the other day. It was Overlord, which had to do with kind of like a Frankenstein's monster kind of thing set in World War II. So, if we got room for Frankenstein and zombies in World War II, then, there needs to be just like a little empty space that we can crowd the Hulk in there, and he can fight the Nazis.
Okay, so this is what I got here. So I have some info on World War Hulk and Planet Hulk. So it says here for World War Hulk, the plot is the culmination of a series of events that begin with the Hulk being tricked into space by the Illuminati and a life model decoy of Nick Fury. So then Planet Hulk says the Hulk has been banished to the far. So World War Hulk must be first, and then Planet Hulk must follow. Then I'm assuming says the Hulk has been banished to the far reaches of space, sentenced to a life of solitude. Hulk instead crash lands on a savage planet, alien planet, oppressed by barbarian tribes. The corrupt emperor pits his subjects against each other in gladiator matches to the death. So I guess it's like a part 1 and part 2 there. I guess they're kind of like related. So if that's the case, then that sounds like there might be 2 upcoming Hulk movies, unless they kind of like merge them all into one. Because I guess if they would do the whole storyline of the World War Hulk movie and then follow up with a Planet Hulk, I mean, Hey, who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe a Hulk movie might, do well. I mean,
Well, it's Marvel, so they have the money.
they sure do have the money. There's no doubt about that. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, I guess I'll see it. If they ever do make it, did they have a timeline, Gigi, of when they were thinking about release or saying it might come out?
No, it just says it's rumored.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. All right, let's move on. What do you have for us tonight, Mario?
Well, the dynamic duo. I was under the belief that it would be not an anime, but it is an anime, and of course, guns involved, I believe. But it isn't going to come out till 2028. So that's 3 years down the road. Am I correct?
You're talking about the Batman, the Brave and the Bold movie from
No. It's about the Robins, the dynamic duos. It's about the Robins.
Okay.
Dick Grayson and Jason Todd.
Uh-huh.
So, but when they first announced it, I thought they were talking about making it a live action, but it's not. It's an anime, but yet it's still slated for 3 years down the road.
Wait, anime?
Wow.
Animated.
Animated, yeah. I put my foot in my mouth. It's Sequina anime. So yeah, animated. So yeah, I really wanted it to be a live action movie or with actual actors, but no, it's not. So, but we'll have to wait 3 more years for that. And they did. Going on to the other side of the DC world is that I still haven't heard anything that they're not going to do Sergeant Rock. But when that's supposed to come out, I wish they'd let us know a little bit more in regards to that. Because I'd be the first one to buy the ticket, and watch it, but nothing in regards to that. So let's hope that this animated is
animated.
Animated is a good movie. I'm hoping. I'd like to see that, because they've never touched that subject, So I'm hoping that it comes out well, or that they do that, since they're taking a lot of time, that they create a good one, that I wouldn't mind going and seeing at the theaters.
That's the thing about it's so different. It's so funny. Typically the live action Marvel movies have always been better than the DC live action movies, but the DC animated movies have always been like fantastic. And it's the Marvel animated ones that really haven't been all that great, to be honest.
Yeah.
But what do you think about that, Jeff? So we're talking about 3 more years coming out with Robins or dynamic dual Robins movie. What do you think about that?
I don't know. I guess I'm not really particularly excited about that, unless you wanted to throw in a little bit about how the original Robin, Dick Grayson, morphed from being Robin to having his own career as Nightwing. That would be kind of interesting, but everybody knows the Robin story. One of the and I don't remember which one it was. One of the Batmans, they had one of the characters, and he stepped in at the end. He was the started out as a police officer, and then he ended up resigning from the force. And they said, "Well, what's your name?" And he goes, "It's Robin."
Yeah.
So it's like, well.
That was the one. That was with the last one with Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you do know, since I mentioned it, the Brave and the Bold Batman that's coming out up under James Gunn. The Robin is going to be live action, and there's going to be a Robin, and Robin is going to be Damian Wayne, Bruce Wayne's son.
Oh, brother. Sorry.
Yeah. No, but let me ask you, It's okay. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen him, Gigi, like either in the comics or via any of the animated Batman animated movie or series or movies?
I don't recall the name of the animated movie, but
Uh-huh.
oh my god, Damian Wayne's so annoying. He
Yeah,
gets under
yeah,
my he gets under like
yeah.
it's on my nerves.
Yeah, he is because he's always kind of had like a, at least I've always seen him. He's always kind of like had a chip on his shoulder.
Very smart
But
too. Very
there
smart.
is yeah, he is very. But there's no questioning his fighting skills. I mean for a little kid and that guy. Well, remember his family were what, like ninjas and stuff. So I mean the kid's like amazing. He gets that. I guess he gets it from his daddy. I don't know, but
I'll give him that. I'll give
yeah,
him that.
yeah,
But
he's
other
a
than that, Damian Wayne, yawn.
okay. All right. So let's move on. Once again, Jeff, what do you have for us this week?
Well, Variety a few years ago had listed like the top 3 Halloween movies, and the third one was Trick or Treat.
Right.
And it's been probably what, 10, 15 years, I think, since Trick or Treat was released, and
Right.
there's been talk off and on over the years about, well, is there a sequel coming? Are we going to see a sequel? And I decided to go in and do some digging, and unfortunately didn't get anything that I could find is really concrete. I did find a couple of videos on YouTube where they said, yeah, the movie's already in production. There's a script. They're filming. The movie's going to be released in 2024. Well, 2024 came and went. And you know what? I didn't see it.
Right.
So I don't know what is going on. I don't know if people just said, hey, it's Friday night. We got nothing to do. Let's just make a BS video and put it up on YouTube. So I'm still looking because I really liked Trick or Treat as one of my go-to movies for Halloween. I would love to see a little bit more of Sam, come back in. So I'm going to continue to dig and see if I can find something out one way or the other. When the movie first came out, it tanked. It just didn't get that word of mouth. People weren't going out to see it, and then it had a release on DVD, and it took on a new life, or unlife maybe if you prefer, and now is a pretty popular horror movie for October. So I would like to see a sequel, but I haven't found anything yet where I can nail it down and Screen Rant says, yeah, the movie's going to come out and everybody's going to like it. I haven't seen anything, but I'm going to continue to keep looking at it.
Well, I now it came out in 2007, and
so quite a while ago.
It's been a while, and like you, Trick or Treat is one of my every year October horror movie list. Yeah, that's every year I watch that movie. I love that movie. It's hilarious, really good movie. Now, the writer and director Michael Dougherty, he said years after that movie came out, I guess he might have been at one of like those I don't know if it's like a horror convention, sci-fi convention, comic, I don't know which one it was. But in front of a group of, audience members asking questions, he said, yeah, we're going to do another one. He said that. Now, like you're saying, nothing else has been, come out since. Now, the only other thing I see, this is from November, it says November 1st. This is coming from Screen Rant. It said November 1st, 2024, Trick or Treat 2 is in development, but director Michael Dougherty doesn't want to compromise the original film's unique elements. Dougherty insists the sequel must retain the original non-linear storytelling and blend of horror and comedy. Yeah, but okay, man, how much more is it going to take to develop this thing? You know what I mean? Good grief. We're going almost 20 years? So I don't know. I agree. I was really looking forward to it when I first heard him say that or make that comment that he was gonna, there was going to be a sequel. But like you say, Jeff, I don't know. I don't know that there's gonna be one. What about you, Mario and Gigi? Have either of you ever seen it before?
I've never heard of it until now.
No.
No? Oh my gosh. It's so good. It's so good. I
What's the
can't even tell you that.
synopsis? What's the synopsis? Like, what can you tell me about it?
It's like it's an anthology movie. So you have the thing that was so cool about it. It's about maybe four different stories.
Okay.
But the thing in the movie as you're watching it, what made it so cool was in the very beginning, you see some of the characters that are in another story that follows in maybe like the third act. You see them from the third act in the beginning of the movie just for a brief second.
Okay.
So then you go into this story here, but then as you go from that story to the next story, you see some other people from another part of another one of the story. It's just so cool. It's like a whole they're in their own universe where everybody, even though when I say you can be active with everybody or you can be around other characters from that same universe, even though you might just be walking past them. But
oh wow,
all these different people are in the same universe, and this whole story is taking place on the same night.
Okay.
It's so good. It's a horror comedy. It's not. I would never tell anybody, "Oh man, this movie is so scary." It's not. If you're a scary person, I would say maybe one or two scenes might be a little bit scary for you, but for the most part, it's kind of it's horror, but it's funny at the same time. It's meant to be like a horror comedy. It's funny, but the storytelling was excellent, really, really good. A lot of twists and turns you wouldn't expect.
Mm-hmm.
It's an awesome movie. I would tell anybody. That's me. I'm a traditionalist, so I only watch it for Halloween. But for anybody who doesn't care and just watches horror movies anytime, even if it's a Halloween horror movie, watch it. It's an awesome movie, amazing movie, really,
I'll
really.
Put it in my list.
Yeah, put it on your list. Okay, so last up for the night, we have our question of the week, and our question of the week this week is. Okay, I got it. Okay. So the question of the week this week is: if you were given the choice to be the captain of one of the following spaceships, which one would you choose? Now, to go along with this, no matter which spaceship I tell you about, if it had some kind of bad history from a movie or something like that, that doesn't even come into play. Okay, we're only talking about the spaceship. We're not talking about what may have happened, if there was any damage done to it. It's just like a brand new ship. Is this ship brand new? Forget the past history, but you can be the captain of this ship. Which one would you pick? So the first one is the USS Enterprise 1701A. That's the refit from the Star Trek movie. The first and second, first, second, third, whatever. Not the original series, this is after they had the refit. The second choice is the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars.
Yeah.
The third choice is the C-57D. That's the one that looks like the UFO that the soldiers were in Forbidden Planet. You have D, the Battlestar Galactica from, of course, Battlestar Galactica. The fifth choice you have is the USS Nostromo from Alien. And then lastly, you have the Serenity from the series Firefly. So, which one would you want to be the captain of if you had your choice? I'll start off with you, Jeff.
Well, because I'm kind of a sketchy individual anyway, and I have a long-standing dislike of authority, I'm going to go with Serenity.
Okay. What about you, Mario?
Well, see, in my unadaptable thought process, I'd want to be even though I don't know if that was a troop carrier or not, because Alien 2, they landed again on the Nostradamus, am I correct?
No. The Nostromo was destroyed. That was the one that Ripley blew up at the end of the first one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going with E.
The Nostromo?
No, E.
That was it. Nostromo was.
Oh, okay, F.
Oh, the Serenity?
Oh, I'm sorry, G.
G
There
is
is
Sorry.
no G.
G is
Yeah,
in a
in
spaceship.
my world, there's a G, and I want to be the guy, the captain that flies the marine transport to go save
No.
Ripley.
That's not a selection. You got to pick one of the
Oh,
six.
Star Trek. Because
Enterprise?
yeah.
Okay. What about you, Gigi?
Oh, B.
No, I can guess Gigi. I already know what Gigi's. I'm gonna write it down. I already know what she's gonna say. I'll be honest, and if I'm
Oh
wrong,
yeah.
B.
go ahead, Gigi. Which one are you gonna pick?
B, the Millennium Falcon.
Yes, yeah, I'm right. I knew
Yeah,
that. I knew she was gonna say
Hunk
that.
of the
I did that for her. That question was made for her.
Yeah, I knew that.
Well,
fastest hunting jet in the
actually-
galaxy.
Actually, the issue for me is with Gigi's pick is that at 24, she's just not old enough.
25.
Boy,
times
that single year is going to make all the difference.
All right. So for me, I tell you, without a doubt, I want the USS Enterprise.
There you go. Yeah.
That's my ship there, man.
You want
That
to
is
be
my
Kirk
ship.
again?
Huh?
You want to be Kirk too? No.
You know what? I don't know, man. Captain Kirk. Captain Kirk. The thing I liked about Captain Kirk, he was like a no nonsense guy.
Exactly.
He talked to people. Hey, you want to join the Federation? We think it'd be beneficial. And I don't know. Next thing you know, Captain Kirk coming across the table. So
Yeah.
you know what? I don't know. I don't think I would be like that. I think I would be a good captain of the Enterprise. I think I would.
The thing about Kirk was that he got all the alien babes.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. My thing is, I don't. You know what? I think I probably would end up getting in trouble though, because I'm like shoot first, ask questions later. So if I see some aliens or whatever, and you always try to talk to them, send out the homing signal to talk to them. They don't want to talk. I might have to throw out a couple photon torpedoes at them first. You know what I mean? And then like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know your radio was broke. I'm sorry. I might get in trouble.
Now, my Enterprise would have from the Nostramos or the Marines.
Listen to this guy. What is he talking about?
What is the movie with aliens in it?
You're gonna have all the red shirts you can go through on the Enterprise.
No, I don't want no red shirts. A bunch of wackies. Nah, I want the Marines in space. You remember them?
Yes.
Michael Biehn and one of the actress that played Vasquez. You remember her, the short that had the thing on her head?
Uh-huh.
She was in Star Trek too.
As who?
A science officer.
Okay.
And her name was actually Jeanette Goldstein.
Uh-huh.
So she wasn't Latina either.
No, she was. Now that I did know.
Yeah. But she played a tough. I mean, that whole team was tough, and I'd like to be them for them to be a ship. You better sign or you pay, one or the other.
Okay.
I don't know if they want me out there.
It's a good thing. The question of the week was like create your own Star. Mario would like take a piece of the alien ship with the Enterprise, with a piece of Serenity.
No, the crew, not pieces. I mean, the crew. I want a tough crew. Kirk needed a crew like the Marines. There'll be no, no dissension in the Federation.
Oh my God.
Okay. All right. With that, folks, we have come to the end of our show. Once again, I want to thank my host tonight, Ms. Gigi Garcia, Mr. Mario Lazo, and Mr. Jeff McIntosh. Thank you all for listening, and we will see you all next week.